This is a third-person action game with roguelite and souls-like elements. You play as a sin collector who's basically a holy warrior during the apocalypse. So this game mixes religious themes with combat. You are literally going around determining who has sinned and who hasn't, all while using everything from ancient Roman swords to modern firearms, which can feel like a weird combination. The game starts with you crash landing, and from there you explore a mix of nature, caves and abandoned buildings. The linear layout keeps the focus on combat, but as a result the world often feels more functional than immersive, though some areas do look great. Speaking of combat, it's got all the usual suspects: light attacks, blocks, parries and a dodge system, but surprisingly no special attacks as far as I have seen. There's this purple powers system that adds some supernatural abilities to your arsenal. What makes it unique is this concept of kosher versus non-kosher items. It's a bit contradictory though, because modern items are considered non-kosher, yet somehow our character can use modern firearms alongside ancient weapons, like katanas and gladius swords. Could be that I'm missing something here since I'm no expert when it comes to this. The targeting system can be finicky, as it's locking onto less important enemies. Getting hit can also lead to Stunlock, which leaves you with no chance to recover. The devs are working on this, so this should be temporary. The game definitely isn't afraid to be brutal and dark. There is decapitation and plenty of blood, so if that's your thing, then the game is likely not gonna disappoint you. Something I found rather unfitting is the AI narration for all sorts of tutorial pop-ups and information. I found this rather immersion breaking and unnecessary.
For best efficiency, press the other assigned button to kick. Press the corresponding button to drain the purple jar.
The game is coming to early access with 7 levels, which they are going to expand to 12. Then 12 different enemy types, which they are aiming to increase to 21 in the final version, and various weapons to play with. They are also planning to add more supernatural powers. Since the game does have roguelite elements, death is treated as part of the learning experience rather than just a failure state. This is subjective, but I found the enemy dialogue and excessive insults unfitting. Their reactions simply felt off, and the constant cursing and hilarious insults made it impossible for me to take the game seriously.
Cocksucking paladin. Fucking lackey.
The developers do seem pretty committed to community feedback, which is necessary. They have already updated the demo based on player input, which shows they are serious about improving the game. There's potential here for something that feels new if they can get rid of the rough edges during early access. And that sentence concludes today's video. If your time was respected, a like or comment is very much appreciated.